Nobody's ready for that. Not a single fan expected it. Not a single media outlet expected it. And perhaps not even a single BTS member really understood the power of one moment captured secretly by the lens. Taehyung, with a longing expression and a smile that couldn't be hidden, standing backstage not alone, but with J-Hope. Not the RM, not Jungkook, not Jin, but Taehyung. What really happened behind the scenes of J-Hope's Hope on the Stage concert? Why was Taehyung the closest person to the soloist that night? Is this just a coincidence? Or is there something that has been kept tightly behind their smiles? The image went viral within minutes of being posted by a fanbase account at TAEHOPE Impact. But what not everyone knows, the picture is just the beginning of a much larger, more emotional and possible story, more controversial than anyone could imagine. The title of the concert is clear: Hope on the Stage. But that night, all eyes changed. No one expected that the highlight of J-Hope's long-awaited concert after he returned from military duty would be secretly stolen by someone who wasn't performing Taehyung. That was the beginning of a wave of fan theories, emotional discussions, and even arguments between fandoms. Is Taehyung's presence just a support? Or more than that, was he part of the soul of the show that quietly touched the heart of the concert? When J-Hope mentions "there's someone making me strong tonight," without naming names, the public guesses. RM? Jin? Jungkook? But one wild camera moment that captured Taehyung hugging J-Hope from backstage made all the speculation change direction. The world cheered. It's not just Hope on stage. This is TAEHOPE on the stage. In the midst of the frenetic concert, one moment seemed to silence everything. J-Hope handed a bottle of honey to Taehyung, who accepted it with a witty smile and an undeniably deep look full of meaning. The camera caught him, but only for a moment. The rest? Left in the memory of quite sensitive people. Read the meaning from gestures, from a silent gaze. The question is, why honey? Why not mineral water or coffee or energy drinks? Some fans speculate that honey is a symbol of their relationship, sweet, natural, unfeigned, and rewarding. Others say this is just their internal joke from a long time ago. But one thing is certain: there are no meaningless gifts in the world of BTS, especially in the midst of these very rare and emotional reunions. June 14th, 2025 should be everyone's day. After a long period of BTS separation due to military service and solo projects, they finally returned in one frame, and even then not on the TV screen, not on a variety show, but on a real stage, the place where it all began. But the highlight was only two people, Taehyung and J-Hope. Shouldn't RM, the leader, be the one hugging J-Hope backstage first? Or Jin, who is known to be close to all members? But in that most emotional moment, only Taehyung was seen behind the scenes more than a companion. He was both a silent witness and an emotional mover of the night. What made fans even more emotional was that not a word came out of Taehyung or J-Hope about that moment. There is no Instagram, no comment. Even in the official vlog, the passage was not aired. But that's precisely why the impact is so great. In an era when everything can be revealed, explained, and clarified in one click, silence becomes the most powerful weapon. They chose silence, and the world listened. Fans felt it wasn't just a meeting. It was a silent confession. It is a wound that has healed together. It was a story that had never been told, and no one thought a single bottle of honey could blow up the fandom. When J-Hope gave Taehyung honey backstage, many thought it was just a sweet interaction, literally sweet. But is it that simple? Some veteran fans began to dig into the meaning behind the honey. They discovered that during the promotion of Blue Side, J-Hope once said, "Sweetness is what I crave in difficult times." In 2019, Taehyung said, "I keep honey with me when I'm anxious. It helps." Is this just a coincidence? Or is this a symbol they've come to terms with? Honey as a reminder that they are each other's pacifier. Even in a time when the world is rumbling, there is also a theory that honey is not just a symbol of sweetness. In the world of classical music, honey is touted as a metaphor of soft sound and deep lyrics. It could be that it's also the way Taehyung and J-Hope communicate, through subtle actions, not words. Military service is a quiet time for idols. Without a camera, without fans, without a stage. It is there that a person's character is tested. And it was precisely there, according to fan speculation, that Taehyung and J-Hope's bond began to strengthen. Fans call it Code Honey, a sweet symbol that only the two of them understand. One of the most hair-raising moments occurred during the concert, and the camera captured the expression of J-Hope, who is standing on stage, staring at the backstage side. His eyes did not focus on the audience. He's looking for someone. And when that moment was combined with another video showing Taehyung standing on the left side of the stage, crossing his arms and smiling softly, the world seemed enlightened. J-Hope was staring at Taehyung. Not the army, not the camera. It's him. And oh, words. No movement. Just a look. But the world understands a fan-edited video that cut the two moments together, captioned, "When the world disappears but one person remains," was viewed more than 12 million times in 24 hours. With the full spotlight on Taehyung and J-Hope that night, a burning question arose from hardline fans. Do the other members feel left out? A large fanbase claims that RM looks less smiling in backstage group photos. Jungkook also appeared to be standing a little further away from the TAEHOPE duo. Some fans voiced concerns. Is this a signal that BTS's chemistry is starting to crack internally? Conspiracy theories are starting to develop. Some say that J-Hope and Taehyung's closeness is a natural form of division due to differences in military experience. There are also those who believe that this is all part of the comeback strategy, which is to highlight new dynamics between members. But some fans rejected this theory outright. I think BTS is solid. But they also admitted, that night, spotlight belonged to Taehope. And others, although they exist, are like a blurred background of the main story. While the world is busy debating who is the most solid duo in BTS Taekook, Soap, Namjoon, or Vmin, one couple is growing slowly in the shadow of the camera. TAEHOPE. Taehyung and J-Hope have never been a major fan service couple. They do not often appear together in live, do not often sit side by side at award shows, do not become highlights in variety shows. But precisely because of that, when little moments they arise, the world seemed to stop. In the days before conscription, few interactions were captured on camera. But since the two served in the military in relatively close proximity, something's changed. Fans noticed that every time J-Hope mentioned BTS, his eyes changed at the mention of the name Taehyung. And when Taehyung sends a letter from the military, he mentions that he misses the cheerful laughter of someone who always brings hope. No names, but everyone knows. Hope is J-Hope. They never mention the word "we are close." But the world can feel it. Because true closeness does not need confirmation. One of the hottest questions on X, TikTok, and fan forums after the moment went viral was, why Taehyung? Why weren't the other members standing backstage with J-Hope on such an important night? Theories are emerging. Some said the other members were late. Some say Taehyung was the only one who came unannounced, as a personal surprise. But what shook things up even more was the theory from the hardline fans that J-Hope personally requested Taehyung's presence. A fanbase account created a viral thread claiming that Taehyung was seen entering the venue area through a back door instead of the usual VIP line, and without an official escort. Does that mean he came quietly? Could it be that J-Hope just wanted one person nearby when the nerves and pressure ahead of the peak concert hit? If this is true, then this is not just support. It's an emotional bond too deep to be encapsulated in regular fan content. Several fan sources present at the concert site reported that before the concert began, J-Hope looked like he was holding the microphone too tightly and looked like he was holding back emotions. That's when someone whispered something into his ear. The camera does not shine. But reports say, a man wearing a black jacket and hat, identical to Taehyung that night, appeared briefly on the left side of the stage. Shortly after, J-Hope smiled.